MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, this is still anyone's series here as we get ready for Game 5.
And guys, I'm going to be sorry to see this series come to an end. You've got to love a series that comes down to the final game, and seeing the push and pull struggle between these two teams over the last 4 games has been a lot of fun. We're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Los Angeles Dodgers.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Rich Hill gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, when you think of Rich Hill, there's one thing you think of. Power curveball. Has one of the best left-handed curveballs in the game of baseball. He'll throw it early, he'll throw it often, and he'll throw it any time in the count. His velocity isn't that bad either. He can get it up to 93, 94, but when you walk up there in the box against Rich Hill, you have one thing in mind. Try to hit that curveball.
Stepping into the box, A.J. Pollock. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. A swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening.
In the second spot tonight, second baseman.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. His career batting line against Hill. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Game time temperature here an even 60 degrees. The 0-1. Up around the face. Hill was born in Massachusetts. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2002 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And he misses 2-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance. Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Another one sent foul. The 2-2 one more time. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
3-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Hit out towards second. Forsythe has it. And there's out number 2.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Ready. Here's the first offering. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
That misses. 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
First pitch on its way. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Now the 1-0. Misses. Ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. His career batting line against Hill. He's only 1 for 10. set. Here it comes. Changeup in for a strike. Goldschmidt over at second. Madsen on at first with 2 down. Take something off, but it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Hero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And let's take a look at David Peralta. Bazooka arm in the outfield. Obviously, he was originally signed as a pitcher. Didn't work out. Reset the battery and came back as a big league outfielder. Impressive.
Ready now, Andrew Coles. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Dodgers, center fielder, Andrew Coles.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Now there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early. Then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
This one's down to third. 2 is left. Madsen, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting second, third baseman, Justin Turner.
At the plate, Justin Turner. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Outside, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3. Corey Seager is on deck. 1 out, nobody on. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Little dribbler up the first baseline, but it gets fouled. Another payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a ball lying toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of game.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. Comes in with 6 hits in 26 at-bats. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Popped him up. Madsen on the move. And he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grab. And that's the 2nd out.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the play. To be honest, that just can't happen.
First offering on its way. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
A runner on first with 2 away. One and one to the Dodgers first baseman. The 1-1 pitch. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Missed with a slider.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Dodgers leave 1. We are still scoreless. Coming to the plate now, David Peralta. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
David Peralta.
Here comes the first pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. 1-0. Is offered at and missed for the first strike. And it's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting 7, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Now the pitch. Grounded foul off to the right side. Hit the other way out toward right field. Puig's got a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 8.
So with 2 gone now, here's a look at our playoff brackets. And the winner here will earn a date with the Washington Nationals to decide this year's National League crown. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Striding in, Matt Kemp. As they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Batting 6, second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Next up for Los Angeles, Logan Forsythe. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. He brings a 4-for-12 line. He's taken him deep once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike one.
1-1.
Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
In now is Yasiel Puig. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that one just missed outside.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
The 3-0 pitch. And they won't come into Puig as he'll lay off and take the walk.
Batting 8, catcher, Austin Barnes.
Into the box now, Austin Barnes. Man at first after the 2-out walk. First offering on its way. There's a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. Puig off for second. In there. Now the throw. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. Might have even been a foul tip that's held on to, but either way, the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. 2 complete, scoreless here on MLB Network. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Robbie Ray.
For the Diamondbacks, catcher, Robbie Ray.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard on the ground towards short. Seager is there. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Center fielder number 11, A.J. Collins.
Standing in, A.J. Pollard. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the move is Puig, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Here's the first pitch to him. This one's down to third. Gloved by Turner. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Settling in now, Rich Hill, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Rich Hill.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit down the line at first. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Andrew Cole.
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. 1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Fastball called strike. 1-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Pollock. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Digging in to try it again. Justin Turner, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Poles leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
High and away, not close. 3-0. Corey Seager waits on deck. Back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And there is some stick-to-it-iveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Boy, he really had to go a long way to his left to get to that one, as is evidenced by Showtrack. Good first step and a great throw to get it there in time. Definitely took away what looked to be a hit off the bat. Here's Corey Seager, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. That's wide. 2-0. Seager is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in the sport, and it doesn't matter right-handed or left-handed pitching. He's one of the elite threats with a bat in his hands. The 2-0 on the way. Hot shot down the line, but this will get fouled. 2-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Cody Bellinger. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 home. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt that leads things off. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
2-0.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
This is line to left. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Batty, you can't hold the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
Ready for another chance? Mark Madsen. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball in for a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He ties him up with a fastball inside. 1-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
The left fielder, number 24, Yasmani.
At the plate, Yasmani Tomas looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. He's set, and the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position. but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around.
Now the 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0. Goldschmidt stands at third with one gone in the inning. Set. Here's the 3-1. Sharp ground ball to third. And there are two away now.
The right fielder, number 6, David Peralta.
At the plate, David Peralta. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Lined into right, a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Dan, that had to be missed execution right there. 2 strikes on the batter. You throw a breaking ball, but you leave it up a little bit for him to be able to drive it to the out.
No doubt about it, D-Row. 2-strike breaking ball intended to be at the ankles or below, to even bounce it to get him to chase and swing. Too good of a pitch with a breaking ball with 2 strikes to this hitter.
Into the box, Nick Ahmed. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And that misses 1-1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. The 1-2 is a fastball taken high for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Peralta is on his way home. He scores as they extend their lead to 2. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
The pitcher was almost out of the inning. I think he might have taken that third out for granted. Instead, he gives up a 2-out RBI triple to make it 2-0.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Pitch on its way to Avila. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
Now the 2-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed the guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Popped him up. Forsythe has a play. And that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the D-backs 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Leading off the inning, Matt Kemp, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
No balls and 1 strike. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
So striding in, Logan Forsythe. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded foul off to the right. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. One and 2 now. The 1-2. And this one's in the dirt. Kemp gets his lead at first, nobody out. He stays alive, still 2-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
The 2-2 one more time. Hard hit ball to second. Marte has it. One there. On to Goldschmidt. A double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Solo home run off the bat of Yasiel Puig. His first homer here in the series, and the Dodgers are within a run. It's now 2-1.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needed one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Into the corner and slicing foul. Neck-high fastball that time.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Inside, he misses ball 4.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Softly hit out to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Dodgers do get a run, and it comes on the home run by Yasiel Puig. We played 4, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Now at the plate, Robbie Ray. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, Robbie Ray.
Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there. 1-0. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
Here's a swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2.
He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Standing in now, A.J. Pollard. He grounds it sharply to third. Turner's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. First offering on its way. Right over the middle, knee high.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Seager has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They still lead it 2-1. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toll. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Andrew Toll.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. So 1-1. Misses for the second ball. The 2-1 home. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? And this is taken for the out.
The batter, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Digging in, Justin Turner. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage. Here it is on 3-0. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
Well, you never want to issue a free pass if you can help it. But when a hitter like that digs in, you'd rather he's standing at first than driving a ball out of here and erasing your 1-run lead.
Here's Corey Seager. It was a walk in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
1-0 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. There to handle it is Tomas, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Cody Bellinger.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder, Cody Bellinger. First pitch on its way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Not close. It's 2-0.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
3-0 now. Now the 3-0 offering. Taken, strike one, outside corner.
This is where if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
Turner, the runner at first with two gone. Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smoke toward third. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for LA. They still trail it here 2-1. Yimi Garcia takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 63, Yimi Garcia.
Ready once again, Paul Goldschmidt. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Paul Goldschmidt.
From the stretch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Sliders in for a strike.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mark Madsen waits on deck. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Forsythe. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Third baseman, Mark Madsen.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Mark Madsen. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball, foul down the left side. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And there's ball 1. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Fouled away. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there. Base hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if he'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
For the first pitch, a check at first, and the runner back easily. Here's Yasmani Tomas, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
2 runs, 5 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Randall Delgado enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 48, Randall Delgado.
So here's Matt Kemp now. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Matt Kemp.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball 1. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you got to find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Coming to the plate now, Logan Forsythe. His previous meetings with Randall Delgado. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Here's the first pitch to him. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Stepping in now, Yasiel Puig, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the fourth.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And strike three called, as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down 2-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. It's on to the seventh now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Tony Cingrani is in out of the bullpen now, as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Chase Utley is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 26.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks, David Peralta. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's down.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. The 1-2. High in the air out towards shallow right. Puig's got a read on it. 1 away.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Nick Ahmed, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. The 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Seager right there. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Alex Avila.
Now at the plate, Alex Avila. 0 for 2 for him to this point. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. The 1-0 is taken for ball two. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
There's ball four.
Now batting, pitcher.
Steven Souza will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 28, Steven Souza.
And this is taken outside for ball one. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Slow roller back to the mound. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. One left for Arizona. They lead it 2-1. Brad Boxberger gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seven.
Brad Boxberger.
Leading off the inning, Austin Barnes. And they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by one. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And a ball, 1-0. Boxberger playing here in his age 29 season. He was selected in the first round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning, it's so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1. Two balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
2 strikes.
The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw to first, and Utley's retired. 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Andrew Cole.
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter, Andrew Toles. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
1 pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Pedro Baez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 52, Pedro Baez.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, A.J. Pollock. Career numbers against Baez. He has a 3 for 12 line. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The 0-1.
Nope.
Missed with a slider.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Hit in the air to right field. On the move is Puig. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Stepping up to the plate, Ketel Marte. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Up around the face. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-0. It's a fastball that misses.
2-0.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Nope. 3-0. Three balls and a strike to count to the Diamondbacks shortstop. Set. Here's the 3-1. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Payoff pitch home. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
The batter, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now at the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And that's a fair ball, line to the right side. Marte rounds third and is digging for the plate. Now the relay home. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Mark Madsen is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Goldschmidt, the runner at second with 1 away. There's a strike. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Fouled off. Skied into straightaway right. Puig's got a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping up now, Yasmani Tomas. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks get 1 on the Goldschmidt double. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's now 3-1 Arizona. Andrew Chafin is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
Now at the plate, Justin Turner. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Now the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Two 2-0 now. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Hit hard on the ground at first. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit, leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Here's Corey Seager. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. To second for one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A little over anxious that time, as it's a ball and a strike.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
The 1-2. And strike 3 called, as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Another nice evening here in L.A. as we welcome you back to this production of baseball on MLB Network. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Adam Liberatore will come on to take over on the mound now, and he'll hit in the 3rd spot in the lineup as a part of the double switch. Tim LaCastro is into the ballgame as well as a part of that aforementioned double switch, as he'll take over in the number 6 spot in the lineup. Striding in to start the 9th, David Peralta, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch on its way. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
You see that so much, left-on-left matchup. That slider down in a way that you get a bad swing on it. There's so many few left-handed hitters that are willing to drive the ball up the middle the other way.
And that misses. 2-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it is Tolles. 1 out.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Into the box, Nick Ahmed. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Bases are empty, one man out. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. And a left-handed batter waiting on deck, though there's a good shot he might get pulled back. Fastball too high, ball 4.
The catcher, number 5, Alex Avila.
Digging in, Alex Avila. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back. Ahmed stands at first with 1 out. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
John Ryan Murphy will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 36, John Ryan Murphy.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. I'm set with the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. A runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 1 left for the Diamondbacks as the lead remains 3-1. Archie Bradley takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 25, Archie Bradley. Leading up the bottom of the 9th inning for the Dodgers, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Here's the first pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Bradley, 6'4" right-hander. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
1-1. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. Just a 3 for 13 batting line. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. The 1-1 pitch. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2. There's one well above the zone for a ball.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on to get that tied run to the plate.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And that is the start they were looking for, down by 2, as that misses for ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Stepping in, Tim LaCastro. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
The 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. A runner at first with no outs here. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
And now is Yasiel Puig. Here's a ball popped up behind the plate for Avila. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher, Austin Barnes.
Ready for another shot now, Austin Barnes. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's 1 for 4. The 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Lays off a pitch just below the knees. It's 3-0.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
That one's in there. 3-1. Kemp is off at first with 2 away. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and making his way in is the second baseman, Chase Utley. Here's the first pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside. Two-run game, last of the ninth with 2 away. Boy, a lot of break to that thing, and it's 1-1. Fouled away. The Dodgers down to their final strike. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And the Diamondbacks have passed their first hurdle. They'll advance to the NLCS.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Well, he just made himself a really tough out here. Picked up 3 hits. 2 of them were doubles, so he was a real factor every time he stepped to the plate.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.